They call it courage. But true courage is not always loud. It does not always come with a roar. Sometimes the greatest courage is quiet. It is a stillness you hold inside when everything around you is chaos. This is for the men who train, for the men who face challenges, for the men who want to be an anchor, not a leaf in the wind. This is about quiet courage. It is the steady hand, the calm eye, the man who holds his ground when the world tells him to run. It is the opposite of loud bravado, which is often a mask for fear. I teach this to my son. I teach him that strength is not about shouting the loudest. It is not about being the first to throw a punch. True strength is control. It is the ability to stand firm when pressure pushes against you. Think of a scrum in rugby. The forwards bind together, shoulder to shoulder. They breathe as one unit, a wall of muscle and bone. The pressure is immense. The opposition drives forward, trying to break their line. No one wins by taking a step back. One man giving ground can collapse the entire formation. The victory in that moment belongs to the man who keeps his feet planted, the man who keeps his shoulders square and his back straight. He wins the contest the second he decides not to bend. That is quiet courage in action. It's a decision made in silence. In the boxing ring, you see the same principle. The best fighters are not always the ones rushing in for a wild knockout in the first round. They are patient. They take the hits. They feel the sting. They breathe. They let the other man burn his energy. They do not panic when a punch lands hard. Most people do not lose because they are truly beaten. They are not overpowered by a superior force. They lose because they quit on themselves. They leave the fight before it is over. They let fear set the timeline. They feel the first wave of pain, the first sign of difficulty, and they decide it is a signal to stop. They misinterpret the message. Pain is not a stop sign. It is feedback. It tells you where you are. It tells you what is happening. But the instinct is to make it stop. The instinct is to retreat. This instinct to run is deep inside us. It is a survival mechanism. When things get hard, the easy path is to back away. When the workout gets tough, the temptation is to drop the weight. When the argument gets heated, the easy response is to get loud. So, what does it mean to stand firm? So, what does it mean to stand firm? It means you do not give ground just because it is hard. It means you hold your position physically. It means you hold your position mentally. This is not about being stubborn. It is about being solid. It is about making a conscious choice to not be moved by fear, pressure, pain. When you hold your line, you are telling the world, think of a wrestler on the mat. He feels the immense pressure of his opponent on his back, trying to pin him. His lungs are burning. Every muscle wants to give up. If he panics, he will make a mistake. He will expose himself and lose the match. But the trained wrestler knows this feeling. He has been here 1,000 times in practice. He breathes. He feels the pressure. He makes small, deliberate moves. A shift of the hips, a turn of the shoulder. He works his way back to a neutral position, one small choice at a time. He held his line. Quiet courage is steady. It is simple in its appearance, but powerful in its effect. It is the man who keeps his keys clipped to his belt loop and walks with a steady pace when the street gets rough. If you want to learn how to stand firm, you must first learn how to breathe. It sounds too simple. It is not. The breath is the anchor for your mind. When pressure hits, your body reacts. Your heart rate spikes. Your muscles tense. your thinking becomes scattered. This is the fight or flight response. It wants you to either attack wildly, it wants you to run away. Your breath is the tool you use to override that primal instinct. It is your first and most powerful line of defense against panic. When a fight gets hot, when the chaos starts, focus on your breath. Breathe in slow and deep through your nose. Let it fill your lungs. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth. Feel the air leaving your body. This simple action sends a signal to your brain. It says, I am in control. You do not build this kind of courage overnight. It is not something you find in one grand heroic moment. It is built in small steps. It is forged in the daily discipline of doing things you do not necessarily want to do. If you want to build this internal fortitude, start small. Do the same things again and again. Show up the next day, especially when you are sore. Do one more repetition in your set. Run one more lap around the track. Do not look for a giant leap forward. Look for the small, consistent proofs of your own discipline. A man who keeps his word to himself builds trust within. He earns a type of courage that does not need applause from others. Your training in the gym, on the mat, or in the ring is not just for that environment. It is preparation. It is a laboratory for life. Every time you push through a tough set, you are training your mind to not quit. When you spar and get hit, you are training your body to accept impact without panicking. You are building resilience that you will carry with you out into the world. The man who only trains for comfort will fail as soon as comfort is taken away. You must train for the hard moments. This translates directly to the street. A confrontation with an aggressive person is a high-pressure situation. Your training teaches you to control the distance. It teaches you to stay balanced. Most of all, it teaches you to stay calm. Others will test you. This is a fact of life. Not all of them will be enemies. Sometimes your friends, your teammates, your superiors, they want to see what you are made of. They want to know if you can be counted on when things get difficult. They will push you to see where you bend and where you break. Your job is to be the man who does not fold at the first sign of pressure. Be the man who takes the trial, keeps his feet, and looks back, steady. This is how you earn respect. Not the loud, fleeting respect that comes from a single victory. This is a deeper, quieter respect that is felt, not spoken. When people know you are solid, they treat you differently. They know they cannot push you around with simple intimidation. They know your no means no, and your yes means it will get done. This kind of respect is earned in the hard moments, not the easy ones. It is earned by being the reliable man in the storm. Courage also means having the strength to face hard truths. This is a form of pressure too. The pressure to admit you made a mistake.